Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today on second tier, we're going to take a look at mono green Stompy. Let's go have a look at the deck first. Why second tier is what most people are going to say. Isn't this a top tier deck? I believe this is a very competitive deck. However, I think that the top tier version is very likely to be a green-black beatdown, using cards like Assassin's Trophy as to have some amount of removal and interaction. I think that what is going to be proven when the meta starts to get settled and solved is that the format has enough interaction and enough good interaction that it can kill these creatures on a pretty regular basis. I'm already running some control lists that don't seem to have much trouble with mono green. So that's what's up with that. Let's also talk about some other things in the deck. I am not running Vinemare. Vinemare is a very good card, and it is good against specifically black. So there are black-based control decks that can't really deal with Vinemare very well. However, there are some serious problems with Vinemare right now. This card is very much missing what it had before with the help of Blossoming Defense and Verdurous Gearhulk. That is a way to make it bigger. Right now, with only 3 toughness, it usually just runs into a wall. And the main walls I'm talking about are those of the mighty Boros Legion. Tajik can gain First Strike and block this and just kill it or run into it. Or it kind of has to suicide block against other things like that. The other Legion that is lurking around these days is the Selesnya, and they're millions and millions of little tokens who really aren't very scared of a Vinemare. They can block that all day. They're much more scared of a Steel Leaf Champion. We'll get to that. So down here, I like this Harpooner. Sometimes you have to kill a flyer, but I've never really used the ability to kill a flyer. Most of the time, I just need a good early drop that buffs my Pelt Collector. This card is freaking amazing. Steel Leaf Champion is still a house and the main reason to play the deck. Thorn Lieutenant got a lot better after rotation, taking on the Boros and red aggro dorks, as well as blocking Imara, the Soul of the Accord, and all the other early drops from all the other tribes is really good. Nullhide Ferox is a beast. That is not just because it's the creature type. This card is pretty awesome the way that I hoped it would be, and difficult to deal with a minor problem. No tramples. It has a really hard time getting through, and the main thing that this deck has been running into, well, there's 2 main things. Thing number 1, we miss Blossoming Defense really bad. Removal that the opponent uses is just point and click. If they want something dead, it dies. So that may have to be a problem that has to be solved. And it means that all our creatures have to be a lot more threatening than they had to be before. And number 2 is it's really hard to break through the token creatures if you can't get your champion to stick or if they grow their tokens. And this big old 6/6 still runs into little tiny Stitcher suppliers and nothing happens. So the solutions is, 1, we still have to Ghalta up. Sometimes Ghalta just reads, I win. And we have Goreclaw, the Terror of Sisma. So yeah, we need to make our critters a little bigger. We need all our creatures to be a little more threatening. This card comes in very handy for that. When it attacks, each creature you control with power 4 or greater gets +1/+1 and trample, and then the tramples begin. Once your Ferox is trampling, once your Bronto is trampling, once your Thorn Lieutenant is trampling, it also gets buffed for 6 pretty often. Then you have like some legit threats and you can break those board stalls. And Vivien is kind of just there, project manager, running the show, making sure all the things are where they need to be and no angels beat you. All right, let's go play an event. So there'll be a part 2 to this. You can watch part 1 right here on YouTube. Supporters will have part 2 posted on Discord and Patreon. And, can't restart it. Gotta 1-take it. It's all authentic. I don't know. I could get mana screwed 3 games in a row and it'll be one of those videos and it'll be... Sorry, friends. But since that is a rarity in Magic, like less than 10% of games, as measured by some website that did data and made a post on Reddit, you can try to find it. I think we'll be okay. I played Magic for many years. Don't let the fear of like going 3-0 mana screwed. Crush you, Eugenides. Again! Are he and I the only ones who play? Oh my lord. It's an awkward keep. It might be way too slow. Might be way too slow. One thing I know is that Eugenides is going to play a decent deck. It's a decent warrior. He's better than a decent warrior. I mean no disrespect that when I say that. Let's see. But just about any creature we draw we can play. Just about any creature we draw can buff the Pelt Collector. Just about any land we draw gets us closer to these. Don't think I can throw that away. There's a lot of ways this can go right. Really, the only way it goes wrong is if we draw nothing but land and land only for about 3 turns, and his battlefield gets way ahead of ours. See what we get. The greed. The greed. I'll find another land. I'm sure I will. I have it in me. More threats. This way, if we draw a creature, it's golden. If we draw land, okay. Well, okay. He's on a bit of a slow start. We're on a bit of a what the hell is our Pelt Collector doing start. There is the Nombo of Vivien and Nullhide. We will confront it. Plague Crafter. Well, alright. Well, something had to die. Ooh la lolly. That's a big boy. We'll see what Eugenides has handy. Plague Crafter number 2. It's Plague Crafter spam day. Alright. Roar! More power. That's a lot to ask. Those chupacabras can't do nothing about this. Chumples. Night of Autumn, you go to the bin. Looks like this draw is not gonna work out for our buddy. Eugenides, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I must destroy you. I'm sorry, I must attack with the most hugest creatures alive. I just have to. The video demands it. Yeah. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, my lover. That just song popped into my head and has absolutely nothing to do with. Don't get any ideas. I sing songs when I play to myself. Everybody on Twitch knows that. No funny ideas. No memes. I forbid it. All right. Again, where's our Llanowar Elves these days, right? But it's hard to turn away the Ferox. Such a beast. Literal beast. But I'm gonna try on the draw for something quicker. Jesus. Come on, Elves. Llanowar Elves. What weird draws so far. Llanowar Elves. Oh my goodness. When did the deck become too slow? Llanowar Elves. Okay. It's fine. It's all fine. Oh, I bet you dead. I bet you a dead Pelt Collector. I bet it became illegal to collect pelts where you're from. Okay. Alright. Lots of things I'd rather that not hit. Thrash! Attack! Success! If my opponent is sitting on a counterspell, how shall we play this? Let's go for the Goreclaw. Ooh, resolves. Can't cast it down either. Maybe have Price of Fame though. That'd be sad. Sultai. What you doing, Sultai? And why'd you take turn 3 off? Seems like doing nothing on turn 3 is not good. Boo! Boo! Hiss! Nobody likes this. Alright, well. Let's get busy. Let's go, Beast. You got work to do. Opponents like this do what? Where do I? I'm okay. we need a chump blocker now, please. Immediately. Elvish Rejuvenator, go find me a land. Is that really what you're sending me out there to do? Yes, land is why we're sending you out there. No other reason. Please don't ask questions. Just go now. Goreclaw. Should put Ghalta out there as well. Whoa. He's like, I don't know. I hear big noises. It sounds like there are monsters out there. You wouldn't want to just throw me in front of a monster, would you? No, I would never do that, Elvish Rejuvenator, Elf Druid. I would not. Whoa, wait, what's that? Look, over there. Where are you going? Okay, bye. You're dead. And yeah, that is a Rejuvenator thrown under a bus. Wow. Our opponent super sandbagging Assassin's Trophy till the hand was empty. Now let's see if they can start the grand comeback to this board. Chemister's Insight. Gotta draw a lot more Assassin's Trophies. And that's that. I think I mentioned earlier that Goreclaw makes the Thrashing Brontodons bigger and trample. It doesn't. It only affects creatures of power 4 or greater. So mainly Ferox. Ferox and, well, the Pelt Collector at that range is trample. So it's mostly for the Ferox. It would also help the Vine Mares, which would come out of the sideboard if we had them. It's just tag team partying with the Ferox. I guess it helps the Steel Leaf Champion, a card I've forgotten about because we haven't drawn it at all, and is the best card in the deck. Oh, did we do it? We have Llanowar Elves on turn 1. So we've been playing the slow-mo version of the deck, and Nullhide Ferox, as you see, in slow-mo version is still, like, so super powerful. It wins games even when you're not doing unfair things like casting 5/4s on turn 2. Now let's see what the deck does with a little bit more gas. Don't kill my elf. Don't do it. All right. So we could slam a Bronto. I actually think I like Impulse to try to find more big creatures. We did it. We found some. So I'll grab the champion. We'll play that next turn. We'll play the Thorn Lieutenant this turn. We also might Impulse for a land. My God, was that a smorgasbord of beef. All you can eat. Brazilian buffet. Brazilian steakhouse. Bringing it to you. All right. Let's lead with you. Yeah, saucy. All right. Combat. You. Go get them. See the merfolk. Merfolk are gonna have a tall frickin' order here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's Ghalta. If we find another land, it's Thrashing and Ghalta, I think. Oh wait, that goes down a power though. No, it's equal. It's 3 mana for 3 power. Why you leave? The wolf got confused, thought it was a fish, was raised amongst the fishes, saw its own kind in the wild, and decided to leave. We can do another. We're only 14 minutes in. Who knows, maybe in 20 minutes I can do the whole QC at this rate. I did launch the video saying that I think green is second tier. I do believe that to be true. I think that these decks can be dealt with, and I think the removal in the format, the counters in the format, and the other cards are just powerful enough to handle it. However, when people are just trying things out, when the format is young, and all of our opponents are a little unprepared for the amount of power green can throw at you, well, you know what? You know what? There's a certain amount of free win equity is what they call it there in Magic. that you should go ahead and take when you're trying to grind out your gold. And that's why you have so many people running green right now. So, it looks like I'm against another green deck. And against another green deck is where the Terror can really shine. It also goes better with Vivien Reid. So as much as I love the Ferox beef, this is actually really tough. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Goreclaw, because combining with Vivien Reid to just play like big creatures every turn for a while, if this game slows down, is really where we want to be. And if this is Selesnya, this is also where we really want to be. Not a big 6/6 hexproof with no tramples that doesn't let us cast our Planeswalker. So, Adventurous Impulse showing why it kind of stitches the room together there. We got forests versus forests, but I'll make the first move with a Thorn Lieutenant. Why are you so prickly, bro? Our opponent with an instant. What could that be? An instant that targets creatures. Steel Leaf! I know what that looks like. Steel Leaf! That was an opportunity to try a bluff attack, but I've learned my lesson in Arena not to bluff attack. Opponents just call. They just are like, yep, I'm going. Yeah, that's a big creature. That's a problem. So let's, I think Bronto is a good answer for a turn. It can take the Oakenform back off this and we can swing. Or we can just go Goreclaw, take another hit for 8. If our opponent has another enchantment, we could end up at 1. But what does Goreclaw do next turn? 6 plus 5, 13. So it's lethal if the opponent doesn't put out a blocker. Okay. Risky or less risky? We're doing it. We're doing it. Six plus 5 is 11. Oh. Ouchie wawa. Good thing I have another. Never mind! Never mind! Didn't see that one coming, did I? That's what we should be building around. Oakenform, Prey Upon, Titanic Growth, 2-turn clock, lethal. Holy crap. That was glorious. That was pretty glorious. I guess I would have lived if I'd played the Brontodon, but let's just say I didn't decide to play around that combination of cards. That was excellent. Oh my gosh, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're curious in seeing how it ends, you can support me on Patreon for as low as $2 a month. Anybody who is a supporter on Patreon or is a Twitch subscriber gets access to an additional 3 to 4 videos a week if you like it. So thank you very much to all of you for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and I will see you again in the next one.